we studied an Hindi poet. I don't know whether it's Surdas or Kalidas. I don't know who it is. Right. So there is an Kasturi deer. Right. So Nikita knows this, I believe. Right. So there is a Kasturi deer. And do you know this story, Nikita, which I'm going to share?
Is it that kal kare so aaj kare? I think so.
Okay, कल करे जो कल करे आज करे so
aaj kare so ab.
okay
I thought it was that.
okay, fine, fair enough. So that is also a very important one, and this slightly bit different. See, this Kasturi deer, there is a deer known as Kasturi deer. So they say, I don't know whether it is a poetic thought or it's an actual fact, right? So I still haven't Googled it, but the moment Kanchana said this, I remembered this. So what happens is that this particular deer is so mad, so obsessed with a fragrance, a particular fragrance, which is coming from somewhere in the jungle. It's getting so desperate, it wants to go and reach the origin of that particular fragrance. No matter where it is, it's all like it want to get in there and see what is giving this fragrance and what is creating such a good fragrance, and it's all excited and want to know. So it roams around all the jungle, here, there, here, and it's like at one stage it's almost obsessed and couldn't find where it's coming from. Right. So where is this fragrance coming from? So this absolutely, it's coming from. It's what do you call? Sorry.
Nabi, we say.
Absolutely. What do you call this one? The scene, what they call, right? So it's coming from its horn. So it has got horns. So that smell is coming from the horn. So the fragrance is coming from within the Kasturi deer. But look where it was all searching. It was searching everywhere, every nook and corner of the jungle, and still couldn't find, and was so desperate, right, to find, and couldn't find it also, right? So that's one thing. But where it was coming from within one. So I just remembered this anecdote. Just wanted to share. So this is something which Kanchana is also going to share. So maybe if you want to add the story as well, Kanchana, I've given you 60 seconds for adding the story. So this is how you make your free speech longer as well, if you want to make it with the skill. So when you tell a story, it becomes longer. You never know, suppose two of the friends, they meet at a bus station and then they're talking, they start talking about something. Though the bus would have come after half an hour, but they don't know because they are talking, and sometimes when you're talking, no, you don't know the time has passed by. Similarly, when you have these kind of pointers, some sort of examples, it could be a real life, it could be other life and something like that, which ensure that you have content, which is very important, right? Content. Fantastic. So so this task is done. So let's go to Nikita. Nikita, what have you got for us?
Live each day of your life like you have never lived it before.
Fabulous.
This was the sentence. I'll start.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah, always attract positivity. Be kind to others, not only human beings, but also the animals.
Absolutely.
Then give more and expect nothing in return.
Okay.
One way to be happy.
Yeah.
And spend quality time with your family, friends.
True.
And everyone.
True.
Then most important is self-care. You have to think about yourself also.
Correct.
Then follow your passion. And don't stop doing what you love to do.
Absolutely.
Then find happiness in small things. Even if you're sad or angry or whatever mood, just find that small happiness.
Yeah.
These many points I've made till now.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. And I'm sure you will be able to expand that, and hopefully you will be able to end it well as well. Nikita always starts with something that's she's one among few who have taken that hint literally in terms of like starting with something, so that she's able to do that. So that is really, really great. So that immediately catches all the attention. Even I'm looking at beyond this particular training program as well. So that's a good way of doing something, even a meeting or could be anything, right? So that's good. So definitely add some pointers if you want. I'll give you some free advice. Add health as well. Take care of yourself, or look for happiness in small things. So health could be a pointer as well. How one can take care of their body, because we live our life through this body. The moment you're outside the body, some poet might call you are a ghost, right? So you need this body, right? So how do you take care of this particular body? So that is something. Okay, brilliant. I'm sure she will be all up and ready. And how long? 10 minutes? 12, 13? Let's see.
Not sure.
Okay, make it as long as possible. Add some examples and all. So that will be really, really great. Okay, go to Yalini. Yalini, I came to you. You were maybe internet issue. Now you're back. Yes, Yalini, what have you got?
So with the quote first, the biggest advantage you can take is to live the life of your dreams.
Brilliant.
And then the first point is like the best way to live a life is to have a healthy life.
True.
And then the second point is about ignore the negativity.
True, very true.
Eat, drink, be merry.
Absolutely.
Define your success.
Eat, drink, be merry, and work. You miss the work. Just kidding. Okay, fine.
Okay, I'll add on.
No. That's good. No, it's okay. Okay, you can add on, because at the end of the day, you need to finish your task as well, right? Otherwise, what do you call? King of a kingdom where it doesn't matter, right? So you got to do something productive in your life, which is very important. Yes. What's the next one?
Define your success.
Absolutely. You got to define your success goal. Yes.
Slow down. You don't always need to be in such hurry.
Absolutely. Very, very important.
And then always pay your bills.
Absolutely. Pay your bills. Yes. Don't cheat. Yes.
At least be true to yourself, and you'll not be false to others.
Absolutely. Be true to yourself. Very important.
Life gets better if you're always having fun. Don't take yourself too seriously.
Absolutely.
And then last one is keep calm and just vibe.
Absolutely. Keep calm. That's important. As you also said, very good pointers, Yalini. And also, don't be in a hurry. Sometimes there was another video which was shared as well. You get up and you are into the task, right? So enjoy the moments. That's very important. And a lot of people who are over excited or over what do you call enthusiastic or always tense, no, when they visit a doctor, they say slow down your pace, my dear friend, right? So what you do, whatever you do it bit slow. That's an advice they give, right? So when you do it slow, no, you are enjoying each and every activity and doing the thing, right? So remember, this is also part of life. Any activity is also part of life. So good. Hopefully you have plans to end it well as well. So summarize all these things and end it well. And want to add something else also in the end, you certainly can do. So that, as I said, the trial is on Wednesday. So hopefully everything will come out. So you got some good pointers as well. Health is something you took off. Brilliant. So, but it's all your platform. I don't want to say anything. I just wanted to see this is the final assessment. So the thing is that it should come out well. And so that's one of the intention as well. Okay, brilliant. So very good, Yalini. Thank you very much. Let's go to Hafifa.
Thank you.
Very good. Hafifa, you're clear what we are doing, right? Now.
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. Any thoughts? Instant thought?
Yeah.
who's on, you don't need much of time. You're
Yeah,
instant. You can make something. I've seen that before as well. What are your
yeah,
initial?
I have done some points.
Yeah, very good. Share them, please.
So I'll start.
Yes, 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 yes. Only the pointers is enough. I don't want you to do a free speech. So
Okay.
the pointers like others did. Yes.
The key to the happy life is in ourselves, in our thought.
Okay.
Be positive always, even in the worst situation.
Sure.
That is finding a good point in the worst situation, and
Mm-hmm.
then try to help others, as
Mm-hmm.
their happiness may be a bliss for your life.
Okay.
Then, when you are up to something, you will have enemies more than the motivators. Don't
Mm-hmm.
be in a despair. When you reach the peak of the success, eventually you will be end up with the full of motivators, followers. It is my
Mm-hmm.
own experience actually.
Okay. Fabulous. So you can expand on that particular thing as well. Who got motivated? What you did and
Yeah.
all. So this is like I was sharing with I believe whom Kanchana, I believe. So I was sharing an anecdote, a story. So you can add the story. Yes. What's the next one?
Then try to give surprises to your beloveds,
Sure.
and then be kind to yourself as well as to others.
Absolutely.
And then, um, yeah, that much only I could do.
You've done very well, Hafifa. Fabulous. Good job. Brilliant. Yes, you can only add more and make it fine tune it. And you started nicely, and I'm sure towards the end as well, add something. And so you just took some 10 minutes to put these thoughts. And if you take another day, or we have tomorrow as well, we are doing the trial on Wednesday. So I'm sure you will add up more. Good job, Afifa. And remember, please, as I said, just few more days left, right? So please ensure you are regular and on time. And as you've been a few weeks before or 1 week before, where I told you were logging in, so ensure if that's done, that will be great. Fabulous. So this particular task is completed by everyone. Everybody have great stuff, and sure, I'm certainly looking forward at this particular group as well in terms of 201. And my expectation is always higher in this particular group, obviously, right? So I'm sure you will be able to deliver that as well. Okay, so let's go on to the slides. Now, what we have now today. Let's do that now. As you know, we have added few of the soft skills slides, and I have some important soft skills as well, which is going to come. And apart from that, there are a lot of other skills which will come. We will have an overview, right? So let's look where we left in the previous class. Okay, so seems like slide. Have I started sharing? No, not yet. Okay. Slide 55 is what I have to do, which would be the soft skills, of course. And somebody help me where we left. Um, Nikita, we did communication discipline. What else we did from this, what you see on the screen?
Team also is done. We have to start
Absolutely.
with attitude.
Fantastic. Attitude is not done. Okay. Thank you very much, Nikita. Attitude. So, can someone help me? What is attitude? What's the meaning of attitude? Okay, no issues. Attitude is nothing. It's similar sort of mindset. Now, what do you think by what is mindset? Okay, no worries. See, attitude is like uh, you made this free speech now. everybody prepared this free speech. I said it's more than a free speech. It's like a workshop, right? So where did you thought it's a reflection of yourself, this particular writing which you shared in the class? Everyone, just nod your head if yes, yes, you. Okay, fine. So where did this thought come from? Where did this thought come from? I want you to catch up this. Hafifa, yes, it was unmuted for a while. Yes.
From our own experience, sir.
Okay, own experience. Brilliant. What else?
It's our own opinion.
And from others.
Okay, your own experience, other experience. Yes, Hafifa, thank you. Kanchana, yes.
It's our own opinion, sir.
It's your own opinion. Okay. Hafifa, you want to come again? You can, or else I'm checking with others as well. If you want, you can. What else?
No, sir. That's it.
Okay. Okay. What else? Where this thought came from? Experience, opinion, others' opinion. But you have pictured your life, how it has to be, and what you're going to share with others in the group, this particular group. So where these thoughts came from? Why it's so difficult? Where does the thought originate?
From the mind.
Absolutely. I don't know why it took so long in this particular group. That I gave you mindset as well. So attitude, what is attitude now, Nikita? Come on, you will be able to answer. What is attitude?
What comes in your mind, how you present it.
Absolutely. And also the way you
Behave.
The way you think. Behavior from thinking, right? So that's precisely this one, right? So this is a fabulous and a very, very interesting word, right? Which is one important soft skill topic. If you have attended any of the soft skills, if it's a full session, I'm not talking about a kind of a token session where we had, we could do what we could do in terms of the limited thing. Being an English class, still we have taken something in terms of soft skills. So we thought we will be able to do that. So attitude is such an important thing. It's everything in life, right? Attitude, right? So that is precisely what you also talked about in your free speech pointers as well. So attitude is nothing but the way you think, the way someone thinks. So everything is there. Your life life direction, life what do you call qualities, or your thought process, everything comes from here. Your attitude, the way you think. It could be positive, it could be negative. You can see what do you call you can see hope in disaster, but you can or else you will see a disaster and hope. So it all depends on the way you think. That's very important, right? So ups and downs is part of everybody's life, right? Even the great successful life, everybody is living their own life, right? Someone is blessed with few things, someone is blessed with limited thing, but everybody have can be grateful about they got this beautiful thing which is called as life. So it's all with us. What do you make of it, right? How do you make a difference with that, right? So that is precisely what it is. So this is such an important thing. And if you have attitude, if you have the proper attitude, correct attitude, positive attitude, anything or everything is possible. Yes. And I'm sure not everything can be achieved in this world, or else everybody would have achieved everything. But there is an effort which goes in the right direction and which will lead you to success. As I said, not everything can be achieved, but still you have a target, you have a goal, and towards which you will be progressing in your life, which is so important, right? So very, very important word. Never forget this attitude, right? So I will give you an example as well. I gave another group as well. I've given another training as well. I would repeat this. So this is such an important example, right? So this will define how important is this. So I gave in the previous class as well. and the morning class I did it on I think on Friday I did that, right? So they're slightly ahead in terms of slides. So I gave the example of two greats of our Indian sports fraternity, right? One is Sachin Tendulkar, another one is Rahul Dravid. So everybody know them. I'm sure even if you follow cricket or you may not be following cricket much, but sure you must know that. Is there anyone? Everybody know who are they? Rahul Dravid and Sachin Tendulkar. Kanchana, you know? Absolutely. Nikita, she knows it.
All of Test cricket.
Yes, Test cricket. Yes, they played all forms of cricket. Absolutely. They didn't play the 2021 because they were slightly bit. I'm sure all of you know that. Okay, so let's look at their life. Let's look at their life. Let's look at their skills. Let's look at what they achieved with their life. So what they achieved with life is very easy because they achieved greatness in their life. One was brilliantly talented. Sachin Tendulkar, he was a born genius. That's what they say. Some are born genius, right? So he got into the school team at a very early age. He came into the fame with very early, where they scored a 600-run partnership with another player known as Vinod Kamli. Nobody knows Vinod Kamli today, right? And some say he was more talented than Sachin as well. I'll remember this, Vinod Kamli, and I'll come back to you. But let me explain this one. So the thing is that, so he was so blessed, 16 and a half, he was playing for the country. He was facing the great bowlers of Pakistan around the world. The first tour was Wasim Akram, right? Imran Khan, Waqar Yunus, and all these are all fabulous, great bowlers, right? Who will bounce you up and will hit you, will bowl you on the body line kind of things. He took them on and he did really well, and everybody noticed him. So that's the kind of talent he was. So another way you look at, but still he had talent, but he has to work on that. So that he did, right? So that's another attitude. Though he was great, he worked on that. I'll give you the Vinod Kamli example later, why he didn't do, what he didn't do. Now look at Rahul Dravid. Still, he was finding it difficult to get into the college team also. Right, when Sachin, when he was young in school, by the time when he was studying in school, he got to play for the country. Look at Rahul Dravid. Look at the name today. He's called as Wall. Right, so he's also a great player. Some of the great test victory, as Kanchana was saying, test, right? Some of the great test victory came overseas was because of Rahul Dravid. So look at how great he was. It didn't come because of Sachin. Maybe it could have come, but one who stood there and won the couple of matches was Rahul Dravid. So look at, so he couldn't get into the what do you call the college team as well. So that's that was his skill, right? So he was not blessed naturally as Sachin. He didn't have that kind of talent as well. But what he did is that he had grit, he had determination. He wanted to ensure that he works on his what do you call weaknesses in terms like how he plays, in terms of defense, so many things he worked on. He put on a lot of effort, right? And finally, he came into the reckoning. He played Ranji and those kind of a domestic tournament, and then he came into the international cricket. And once he established international cricket, he became a legend as well. He's another legend, right? So look at that. So he didn't say, no, I'm not talented, I don't have this, I don't have that and all. What he did is that he had skill. So what they say is that sometimes your skill could be 10% as well. That's not an issue. Skill could be less, but your attitude is everything. So if you put in this attitude, the skills can be improved. Maybe you may not become a Sachin Tendulkar, but you will become someone of your own as well, right? Someone the world will reckon with, someone the people will reckon, something with you would be satisfied, right? So that is how important attitude is. There are a lot of important slides on attitude. I'm sure if you find some time, make a note of it. Go through this, spare some time on this one. This is so important. And so if you ingrain in your system, this will do wonders for you. I'll just end up with Vinod Kamli. What Vinod Kamli was, I'm sure nobody knows Vinod Kamli today, right? Apart from those who follow, right? So he was, they say he was more talented than Sachin. Actually, the 600-run partnership was done between Vinod Kamli and Sachin Tendulkar only, right? But look where Vinod Kamli is, nobody knows, because he has very poor attitude. He had a very, very negative attitude, right? For him, playing is just for fun. He was not serious about that. Right, during his playing days as well, he used to create a lot of nuisance in the dressing room. Right, he used to get people play loud music, disturb everybody. Those kind of a thing he used to do. So look at how negative. The focus was not on the game. The focus was not like building on what you've got, honing your skills more and becoming better and better, which Sachin did, which he couldn't do. So that's an example of not a good attitude. So you got a good attitude, which is Rahul Dravid, another poor attitude, which is Vinod Kamli. No one knows where he is. Okay, so this is a classic thing, which how it can be explained. I'm sure it has made sense in all of you. So, so this is something. This is how attitude is so important in life. Okay, so we will do a couple of more slides as well. We will finish career and confidence as well. I've got some important soft skills as well. So we will finish this one. Career is something we spoke about as well. Right. So in today's world, it's completely different, whether men or women. And we are blessed and fortunate as well, because if you look at a couple of decades ago, or maybe more than that, there were very less opportunity. But today we've got plenty of opportunities. Yes, if you leave this pandemic time, before pandemic, if you see, yes, economy is still getting back to the shape where it was. But if you look at before pandemic, look at the opportunity which this country provides, right? So there are plenty of opportunities, whether you're technical, non-technical, IT, non-IT, business processing like BPO kind of stuff which we do. And look at the opportunity where you can sit from your convenience of your home as well. You work, so that is something great. And today's women are also so ambitious. They also study and they want to have a career as well, which is very important. So, what is career? Something what you want to do professionally in your work. You want to have a career and you want to support your family, and you also want to be productive as well. So that's something is the modern women of today's age. So that is pretty important. So there are a lot of things which can be focused on in terms of your strength, in terms of your weakness, in terms of where you are, in terms of what do you want to do, how do you want to do, right? Where do you want to be in terms like next 6 months or 1 year or maybe 5 years or there about that. So this is a great age to live in terms like where you can definitely work on your skills, and you can keep climbing that success ladder. So this is a very, very important one. We also talked about soft skills. So soft skills is like, it's all like your people skill, your people skill, social skill. All this also helps you in terms of your communication and all. This is very important for your career growth as well, which is very important, right? Okay, so let's go to the last one, which we have got on this particular slide, confidence, which is such a key and important word, right? So, which goes without saying, how do you build the confidence? How do you build the confidence? What is confidence? Confidence is that when you do something with totality, with full belief, which 100% conviction that this is something which you want and which is something which you are doing, right? So that's confidence. Where does it come from? Again, from inside, again, from your mind as well, right? The belief in yourself. And so that is something which is very, very important. Another thing is that confidence will not just come just because you want to feel confident. No, you need to have the subject knowledge as well. Tomorrow you have to prepare something and do a free speech. Unless and until you do some homework, how will that confidence come, right? And confidence also come when doing a couple of things, and third time you feel more confident. So there is a different kind of a thing which is there. But this is very important. How do you want to lead your life? You want to live confidently or you want to live 50-50? So you should choose the other one, right? So this is goes without saying. So it comes from self-belief, self-respect, and understanding and learning things, and understanding your caliber, understanding your strength, understanding your weakness, and also believing in yourself. So this is such an important thing. Even while you speak, even when you walk, even when you do anything, even when you do anything or anything. Right. So there is two ways how you can do that. One shakily, another thing is confidently. So this is another very important skill to have. Right. So this is another thought for all the participants here, right? So just look at how you can build this particular confidence. And so everything is like today, like you have another soft skills now, because in the class, if we talked about the language. Remember the first day, and now where we are, and many of the participants said you were a bit hesitant, you were a bit nervous, you couldn't speak in front of a platform like this, in front of other participants and all. But what we have done now, do you have the same nervousness? Do you have the same hesitation? Do you have the same shall I or shall I not? No, no one is like. So how it happened? It happened over a period of time with consistent effort, and look what has happened, right? So nothing has happened, something great has happened where we have talked about the language, or we have talked about the grammar part, we have talked about that part, this part. No, only the confidence was built up, and that confidence was given to all the participants, right, to be themselves, to be on their own, and use whatever ability they have. And once you start expressing yourself, it also builds up automatically as well, right? The confidence comes out automatically. So that is precisely what happened here. We talked about the foundation, we talked about the bottleneck, we talked about the technique, we used the technique, and we have been making a lot of funny things and other tools using inside the class where they are used, and you have responded, all of you have responded to it, and look where we are. So this is precisely what it is, right? So confidence is something, this can be acquired for any subject, any topic, right, where you want to be, where it means important, for you. So that is precisely what it is. Okay, brilliant. So what we will do is that we completed more than 3 of the importance of skills. So this will be it. So so I will complete with this one, this today's class. And what we will do is that we will go to the vocabulary exercise, right? So let's, I'm sure all of you would have typed it. If so, so let's start pasting it here. So we will go through that. And before you do that, let me give you the words as well. Or you start typing, I'll give you the words as well. But I'll finish the words. Okay, here we go. These are the words. Glitches. Anyone, what is glitches? Quickly. Have you heard about this word?
Is it obstacle?
I'm sorry?
Obstacle.
Obstacles? Did you say obstacles? Yes, technical difficulty, technical obstacles. Okay. Sometime more than body, the glitches are there in your mind. That way also you can use it. Right? Why couldn't you log in that day? Sir, technical glitches, because the net stopped working. Glitches. Somewhere a deficiency or something like that. Glitches, bottleneck, those kind of a thing. Glitches, right? I'm sure all of you can make sentences on this one. I made one already. Stray. Stray could be dog as well. Stray, right? Stray. So looks like the kid strayed. The kid strayed while grazing the cattle, and was found in Pakistan. Strayed. A lot of cases happen when they stray into the neighbor country, and then they are sent back to the country, right? So that's what it is. Stray. Okay. Blatant. So what is blatant? Anyone? Blatant is somewhere openly. They're openly violating, blatantly violating the ceasefire violation. Like a lot of time India and Pakistan it happens. So right. So Pakistan blames India, India blames Pakistan. Right. Very clear, very obvious, blatantly. People blatantly violated the COVID norms. Right. Blatantly violated the COVID norms during the pandemic. Right. And so blatantly, very openly, without worrying about anything, very obvious, right? It is very clear. It was so blatant that he was copying in the examination. Very clear, very blatant. Okay, that can be used. Accused is something. What is accused? Very simple one. Who can say? No one? Blame. Yes, he was accused of stealing the bangle, which was later found which turned out to be true and found from his house. So that is what it is. Blame someone, accuse someone, someone who is a culprit, right? Till the court proves you, no one is an accused. That kind of word as well we have heard about so many times. Assault. What is assault? Someone who is like hit, right? So assault. He was assaulted near the signal, maybe by a gang of people. Maybe a gang of people came and assaulted him, attacked him, right? Assault, attack, right? Attempt, inflict offensive physical contact, right? So those kind of a thing, assault, right? Assault is not the solution for any what do you call differences, right? So those kind of a word as well can be done, right? So this is what it is. So these are the 5 vocabulary words. I'm sure you will all be clear. If you have any doubts still, you can just Google, and these are all simple. If you see simple words only, but good to have these words if you can use it. I can also see Kanchana has typed her sentences. Fabulous. Nikita has typed it as well. And hopefully, Hafifa, if you have it, great, or else you can do the sentence, and Yalini, I'm sure she will type it. Yes, please. What are your sentences?
First word is camaraderie.
Uh-huh.
There is a good camaraderie in Indian cricket team.
Fabulous one, fantastic. Camaraderie, never forget this word. Closeness, good relationship, rapport, fantastic. What's the next one?
Second word is procrastinate.
Uh-huh.
Exam time is hell for those who procrastinate their studies.
Absolutely. So important. No, right from day one, they say we will study in 3 months, and the unit test happens, then the half yearly, then finally the exam is there on your head. So those who keep procrastinating their studies. Similarly in life as well, sometimes you keep postponing small, tiny thing, and then it becomes a big task for you. Okay, fantastic word, fantastic sentence. So what's the next word?
Third word is siege. During the siege, people began hoarding food and supplies.
During the siege, absolutely they do. Absolutely, they hoarding food and supplies. Fantastic sentence. What's the next one?
Fourth one is introspection. Introspection is the best guideline for life.
Absolutely, introspect yourself and see what has happened and all. Fabulous one. What's the next one?
Fifth one is conservative. He is very conservative in his attitude to women.
He is so conservative. Don't do this, don't do that, and all those things. Things have changed. Fabulous, Kanchana. Brilliant sentences you made, and very, very good. Very nice. And let's move on to Nikita. Nikita, what have you got for us?
Introspection. She was lost in her own introspection.
Yeah, sometimes you get lost, right? Yes. What's the next one?
Conservative. Their family was conservative regarding rituals.
Yes, absolutely. Fantastic. Ritual is more of a conservative things is also thought about. Yes, siege. What's the next one? Siege.
This place was under the siege for a week.
Absolutely. Okay. Fabulous. What's the next one?
Procrastinate. To achieve success, one must avoid procrastination.
Absolutely. It's so important success as well. Fantastic. Yes. Last one.
Camaraderie. Team A had good camaraderie than Team B.
Yes, brilliant. That's a comparison, the comparative analysis what she has done. Okay, brilliant, Nikita. Fantastic. Very good sentences. Yes, let's look at Hafifa. You got the sentences. How come you got
I
it from
asked Nikita.
Nikita? Okay, Nikita is the what do you call? What do you call? Because of
Class
Nikita,
leader.
class leader. Or maybe the facilitator or the monitor. And I was just looking for a word which didn't come to my mind. So let it be. Fine, fabulous, Hafifa. Please read the sentences.
Introspection.
Uh-huh.
It is good to go through the introspection of our own doings at least once in a while.
Absolutely. Very, very good. Fantastic. Very, very well thought. Very thoughtful. What's the next one?
Conservative. She is
Mm-hmm.
too conservative when it comes to her ethics and principles.
Okay, absolutely. She's too conservative when it comes to ethics and principles. Okay, what's the next one?
Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Kashmir people often goes under siege.
Okay, Kashmir people often go under siege. Okay, where are the other two sentences?
No, sir, I couldn't do sentences for last 2 words.
Okay, fine. Just make it for yourself and keep it with you. Okay, good one, Hafiza. Let's go to Yalini. Looks like she has got big sentences as well. I am so happy everybody's making big sentences, so that way it's good because what's the point in writing short when you're learning? Make it big if you can do that. Yes, Yalini, please go on. All yours.
Introspection.
Mhm.
Introspection leads to a great self-determined person.
Introspection leads to a great self-determined person. Absolutely, it does. Such an important word, introspection is. Good that we had this word, and everybody have made thoughtful sentences as well. That's brilliant. Yes, what's the next one?
Conservative. In
Mhm.
Tamil Nadu, one among the two conservative parties were used to rule the state.
Okay, so that's a political statement. Looks like she didn't vote to any of them. So let's not go in there. Anyway,
Yeah.
yes, Yalini, what's the next one?
Siege. In Madurai, the protesters were sieged the collectorate office in order to get permission for the temple festival.
Okay, in Madurai, the protesters sieged, protester where siege will not come. Protesters sieged the collectoral.
Okay.
Okay, so where will not come. That's the only thing what I see. I like the thought. I like the sentence as well. Brilliant, fabulous one. What's the next one?
Procrastinate. I'm sorry.
No issues.
Procrastinate. I came out of my box since I learned that it was an unwise to procrastinate.
Okay, I came out of my box since I learned that it was unwise to. Okay, came out of the box. So that's what you're saying. I came out of the box, so unwise to procrastinate. Okay, fine, fabulous. What's the last one?
Camaraderie. In
Mm-hmm.
my team, everyone has an outpouring of camaraderie with each other.
Outpouring of camaraderie. Brilliant. Good use of choice of words. Fantastic one, Yalini. Brilliant
Thank you, sir.
sentences. Very good. Fabulous. So that completes this particular task now. And what you do is that I've also given the 5 words to you, and you will be able to make the sentences tomorrow. So let's look at what we have for tomorrow. We'll talk about few workplace etiquette. Anyone, what is etiquette? What is etiquette?
Manners.
Yeah, good mannerism, good manners, fabulous one. So that's something which we will do tomorrow, right? So that's simple. I know we are not going to work. Yeah, we are working, but we're not going to the workplace. But thought let's have it because once this is important things to have, to do. I'm sure. How many of you attend telephone and make calls or receive calls officially? Yalni does, I believe. Uh,
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, she does. I'm not sure about Hafifa, Kanchana, and others. Rashmi does as well. So what we can do is that there's a telephone etiquette. We will discuss about that as well, and we will also discuss about self-supervision, which is very important, which is another very important skill to have. Self-supervision. If you do this, you don't have to worry about anything, right? So that's such an important thing. Then we got about few self-motivation thing and all, so that will do for us in terms of the soft skills. Then we will visit few of the English again topics, and then we will revisit them. Then we will do a quick revision. Before that, we will do the assessment, and then we will do a quick revision, and then we will be done, and we will say a final goodbye, and hopefully we will see you again in 301 whenever we have it. Okay, brilliant. So that comes to an end of this particular session. Yes, we were 4 of you, but it was such a nice thing. I listened to your pointers, which was very important. Please make it watertight in terms of expanding, in terms of adding something, in terms of the way you finish, and also that's something very important. And we also did some important slides as well in the particular class today. So these are all some very important skills, which if you think very wisely, introspect on this topic, you will feel these topics are worth in engaging in everybody's life, right? So that is what it is. So what I would do now is that I wish you all a good evening, and and hopefully we will see you again, all of you, tomorrow the same time, and we will have the others as well who couldn't join today. So have a good evening, good night, and see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.